All right, guys, here's our homework for today. We're on lesson 4, page 573. We're still in chapter 8. 573, 574. All of the problems are on the back on page 574. And there's only 5 problems. They're just a little long. Hi. Are you going to stay and do homework with us? So here is so this is just the example, right? In case you're at home with your family and they're like, what is your homework about today? They give you a homework helper, or to remind you what we did in class, right? This is what we did in class. Here's an automobile museum, right? A museum that has cars in it. It has a bunch of cars in it. It has cars and motorcycles displayed. There are a total of 19 cars and motorcycles together, right? There's plus car plus motorcycles equals 19 altogether in the collection. And a total of 64 tires. Ooh, that helps me, right? Because I know cars have 4 tires and motorcycles only have 2. How many cars and motorcycles are in the collection? So first thing first, right? How many facts do I know? There are a total of 19 cars and motorcycles. There are a total of 64 tires, right? One other thing I know is cars equals 4 tires, and a motorcycle equals 2 tires, right? That might be some information that might help me later on, too. What do I need to find? How many cars and motorcycles are in the collection? So first thing I'm going to do is guess, right? This is the guessing one. Let's just try to guess at our problem first and see if we can figure it out. So I need to guess. Then I'm going to check it, and then I'll revise, change it to solve the problem eventually. So here was their first guess. They did their chart, right? They said cars 14, motorcycles 5. Right? They already knew this fact. They just didn't write it here in the facts that they know. But they knew a car has 4 tires. So they're going to say 4 times 14, right? Which would be 56. 4 times 14 is 56. Plus 5 times 2, because they have 5 motorcycles with 2 tires each, plus 10. So 56 plus 60 plus 10 is 66. Oop, too many. Right, because I know I'm only going to have 64 tires. So 66 is too big. But it's only too big by 2. So let's get rid of a car and bring on a motorcycle, right? That'll make it smaller. If I get rid of one of my cars and get one more motorcycle, I'll still have my 19 vehicles, my 19 in the collection. But I lost 2 wheels. Right, so now I'll say 13 times 4 for the cars. Right, so that's going to be 52. And 6 times 2 is 12. So 52 plus 12 is 64. Correct. That's my right answer. I have 13 cars and 6 motorcycles. Here's how we're going to check it. I'm going to say 52, right, because right here, I know 13 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, carry my 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So I know I had 52 tires. Yes.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow. So I have 52. Okay. I have 52 car tires, right? So they did, this is how we're checking it. They're going to say, is 52 divided by 4 is 13? Yes. Okay. And I know 6 times 2 is 12. I don't have to multiply that out for you guys, right? 6 times 2 is 12. Is 12 divided by 2 6? Yes. So they checked it like that. Another way I could check it, right? I had 19 vehicles altogether. So I could say, is 13 vehicles plus 6 vehicles equal to 19 vehicles? Yes. So, right, we did a double check here. We're just checking our answer. All right, so on to the homework. All right, so to do this homework, I need a scratch piece of paper. I can do it over here, but my writing is just really big. So what I'm using so I don't lose my check work in case my teacher ever wants to see it later. I'm going to just write in my math journal because we haven't been really using it that much anyway. So I'm just going to use my math journal to write my check-in. All right, so I got a cabin. It has 7 campers and 2 counselors. How many cabins are needed for a total of 49 campers and 14 counselors? So, I'm going to make my chart. So a cabin has room for 7 campers and 2 counselors. How many cabins are needed for a total of 49 campers and 14 counselors? So I have to figure out how many cabins. All right, so I'm gonna all right, so I'm recording it, but I just am thinking out loud and trying to figure out how to do this. So I know I need 7 campers and 2 counselors per cabin. So I'm going to do my same thing. I'm going to put campers. Ooh, I better give it another. I better say camp and counselor because they both start with a C. Counts. I'm just abbreviating it some weird way. Counselor. I could write it all out also. There's my campers, my counselors. I know I need I have 49 campers and 14 counselors. So in my alright, so back to my thing. So I'm doing it a little different than we did the other problems in class. I'm going to say here's my campers, here's my counselors, here's how many cabins I have, here's where I can do my work, and here's where I'm going to check my answer. So if I know I have 49 campers and I know I have 7 campers and 2 counselors per cabin. So if I have, let's say I know I have 49 campers and 14 counselors. I already think I'm going to need 7 cabins, right, for these counselors. Because I can see if I have 2 counselors in a cabin, 2 times 7 is 14. But let's double check and see if that works for the campers as well. I can tell it will. Look, 7 campers in a cabin times 7 cabins would be 49. 7 times 7 is 49. So let's see. If I have 7 cabins, I have 7 campers and 2 counselors in each cabin. So let's see. I'll have 7 times 7 equals 49 campers, right? That would work. And if I have 7 cabins times 2 counselors in each cabin, so I'll put a semicolon here to separate my work. I'm going to say 2 counselors times 7 cabins equals 14. And I could already see it worked. 49 and 14, check. So my answer is going to be 7 cabins. Right, there's lots of other ways I could figure this out. And this probably wasn't my best chart. It's just the same chart we were using in class today. So I'd probably want to write it a little bit different to solve this problem. I'm going to put a number 1 here. So I know if anyone ever wants to see it, I'm like, oh, there was my number 1 problem. That's how I solved it. I just wrote my answer here. But I know that everyone always wants to see how we solved our problems. And I probably would have done a different chart here, but let's see. All right, so next problem. Marcus is selling lemonade and peanuts. Sorry, maybe I should pause a minute in case you guys are. So I'll pause for you guys that are with me in class doing this. And if you are doing this from watching the YouTube video, you might need to pause right here to copy my work. Copy the work. All right, so my problem number 2 is Marcus. Right, I'm gonna put this so you guys can see my problem here. here's Marcus, and so I can see the problem here. He is selling lemonade and peanuts. Each cup of lemonade costs 75 cents, right? This is 0.75, so that's less than $1. It's 75 cents. And each bag of peanuts costs 35 cents. On Saturday, Marcus sold 5 more cups of lemonade than bags of peanuts. He earned $7.05. How many cups of lemonade did Marcus sell on Saturday? So I got to figure out how to figure this out. I'm going to first figure out what I know. So my information that I know, maybe this way is better. Let's see. There we go. My information that I know is lemonade. Right, this is where I was doing it during class, writing it over here. And I just abbreviate. Lemonade is 75 cents, 0.75. Peanuts, 0.35. On Saturday, he sold 5 more cups of lemonade than bags of peanuts. So I'm going to say, I'm going to use a, how about a P here for peanuts? P equals the peanuts. And the lemonade, sorry, my bad. I kind of did that backwards. I was thinking and talking. P equals the peanuts. I'll say the peanuts is equal to P. The lemonade is going to be 5 more than the peanuts, right? If he sold 5 peanuts, he sold 5 more. He sold 10 cups of lemonade. If he sold 7 peanuts, he sold 12 cups of lemonade, right? And I have to figure out, altogether, he earned, I'll put this up here next to my money, he earned $7.05. All right, so I'm going to just start guessing and see if I can figure out how many he sold. All right, so here's my chart, and I will do the chart like we have been doing. That seems like it's going to work for this one. Great. So I'm going to say peanuts, P, lemonade, L. Here's for me to do my work. To find out, I need to find $7.05. And here's my check. I'm going to check it over here. So my work I'm going to do is figure out the cost. I should have put total cost. I'll write it on top. Total cost, right? I want to find the total cost. So let's just start. What if he sold 5 peanuts? Right, if he sells 5 peanuts, I know he sold lemonade. 5 plus 5 is 10. So the peanuts are 35 cents. So now I know he's going to sell 5 times 0.35. Don't you love how they're throwing these little decimal multiplication problems in there for you guys to practice on? So exciting for me. Yay. So he's going to sell 5 peanuts at 35 cents each. Plus, oops, I drew my line right in the middle of my problem there. Separating up my chart. All right, so 5 times 0.35. My lemonade is 0.75, right? He sold 10 of them. Ooh, nice. That's kind of easy, right, to figure out. I know 0.75 times 10. Right, so I'm going to add these numbers together. So 0.35 times 5. It might be a little hard for you. Just do your math, right? I can do it actually over here for this one. Right, I have a nice little scratch here. 0.35 times 5. 5 times 5. Right, first I just multiply like normal. Multiply by the ones place. 5 times 5, 25. So I put my 5 in the ones place, right? There's my 25. I just have to break it up. 5 times 3 is 15, plus I can't forget that too, 17. So my answer, my problem, my factors had 2 digits behind the decimal place. My answer has to have 2 digits behind the decimal place. So my decimal place is going to go right there. So he had 35 cents times 5, 35 cents. He had $1.75 all together. Nice job, remember. Nice math. Okay, so I know $1.75, 75 times 10, right? 0.75 times 10. You just remember, right, I'm moving. If I'm doing times 10, my decimal place goes this way. right? If I'm doing times a tenth, it goes that way, or 0.10, it goes that way. So I'm going to say this is going to be equal to $7.50 worth of lemonade he sold. I'm going to add those two numbers together. I'll get 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 12. Right, when I add decimal places, I bring down the decimal place right where it goes. And, oh, I forgot to carry my 1. 7 plus 1 plus 1 is 9. So $9.25. And I look too high, right? $9.25. He only made $7.05. So we got to readjust. We're going to adjust our calculations to see if there's a better one that works. Sorry. Okay, so I could see here when I add, hopefully I did this and recorded it, right? So I added my $1.75 that I sold for my peanuts, right? I took my peanuts 5 times 35 cents, and I took my lemonade, which was 75 cents times 10. I added, that would be $7.50. I added together, I got $9.25. So I know this is just too much, right? I'll say too much money, too much. So now I'm going to go down. We'll just do one more. We'll go down. So if I sold 4 bags of peanuts, that means I sold 9 lemonades, right? I sold 5 more lemonades than I sold peanuts. So whatever number I put in here, it's going to be plus 5 will come out. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 4 plus 5 is 9, right? If I have to go down, I'll have 3 plus 5, 8. So I'm going to say 4 times 0.35 plus, I should have done it the other way this way too. 9, right? I should have put my number first. 9 times 0.75. So I'll just do my math. I'm going to do my math down here for now. I'm going to say 4 times, oops, I'll do it right here. 35. Sorry, let me redo that. I'm going to say 4 times 35. So I'm going to write my 35 on the top and my 4 on the bottom. Right? When I multiply by decimals, I just do normal multiplication first, and then I put my decimal places back. So I'm going to say 5 times 4 is 20. Carry my 2. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. But my factors had 2 numbers behind the decimal place, so my answer, my product, has to have 2 numbers behind the decimal place. So that's $1.40. And now I'm going to try and have he sold 9 cups of lemonade at 75 cents each. I'm going to put my 75 on top just because it makes for easier math, because then I only multiply by the ones place, and I'm done. All right, so 5 times 9 is 45. Carry my 4. 9 times 7, right, is 63. Plus 4 is 67. Hopefully I did my math right and you're checking me. 45, 36, or 63, sorry, 63 and 4, 67. All right, so $6.75 plus $1.40. Right, I want to add these two numbers together and see if I can have $7.05. So I already wrote the number right there. I'm just going to take this number and move it up here so I can add it together. Right, with decimal places, when I'm adding, I line them up. So my answer is going to be right there with the decimal place. I can already tell this is going to be more than $7.05 though, because I have $6.75 plus $1.40. It's already more, right? 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 4 is 11. Carry my 1. $7.15, right? I could just do my math too, right? It's 10 cents too much. All right, so now to the next problem. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to say, what if he sold 3 peanuts and 8 lemonades? We'll see if that works, right? Okay, so I'm going to say 3 times 0.35 plus 8 times 0.75. So I'm going to do my math. 35 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry my 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So I see 2 numbers behind my decimal place when I was multiplying, so I need 2 numbers behind my decimal place when I'm for my product, and it's going to be $1.05 plus 8, oops, I forgot times 0.75. 8 times 0.75, so I'll do it over here. 75 times 8. So 5 times 8 is 40. Put my 0, carry my 4. 7 times 8 is 56, plus 4 is 60. I can already tell I got the right answer, right? I know I had 2 numbers behind my decimal place, so my answer has 2 numbers behind the decimal place. So that would be $6. And I don't have to even write this out now, right? 6 plus 1 is 7. And 5 cents plus no cents is still going to be 5 cents. So $7.05, it checked out. Sorry, I forgot to write here. This one was too much. And I forgot to write my answer right here. I had $7.15 here. So now my answer checked out. And my question of my problem was, how many cups of lemonade did Marcus sell on Saturday? Right? And I could see right here, lemonade, 8. 8 cups of lemonade. But you guys have to show your work. Don't forget to show your work. All right, so number 3. So I could pause it for you guys that are here right now. All right, so I'm going to go on to number 3. I'm going to do it this way on top now. All right, so here is number 3. So in a recent year, a letter to Europe from the United States cost 94 cents to mail. A letter mailed within the United States cost 44 cents to mail. Nancy mailed 5 letters for $3.70, some to Europe and some to the United States. How many letters did she send to Europe? So we're just going to ask for the Europe ones, right? I know $3.70 altogether. She sent 5 letters. So this one makes it kind of easy when they tell me how many she had altogether, right? She had 5 letters. Some were to the United States and some were to Europe. So here's my map, right? She sent some postage, some mail, some letters right here in the United States. But some of her mail she sent all the way to Europe. So you can see probably why it would cost more to send money, so send mail to Europe. She sent 5 letters altogether. So here's going to be my chart. I'm going to put my number 3 right here so I know which problem I'm working on. I'll make my chart. I don't think I'm going to need a bunch of guesses this time. Maybe 1 or 2. All right, so I'm going to put here is the U.S. mail. Here is the Europe. I'll just give it an E. I could do EUR. How's that? That's a good abbreviation for Europe. Here's my math, my work, and here's my check. I'm going to check it over there. So I know 5 letters altogether. So let's just split them in half. Let's say she sent, I can't split 5 evenly, right? I'm going to have to do 3 and 2, 2 and 3. So how about, because it's $3.70. So I think she's going to send more to Europe. Right, because 5 letters all together. I'm just kind of in my head doing, if she sent 3 to Europe, or sorry, if she sent 3 to Europe, right, it'd be almost $3, and then she'd have to send 2, that would be 88 cents. Ooh, I think that's going to be pretty close here, right? So let's say she's going to send 3 to Europe and 2 to the United States. Maybe I'm going to guess right on the first time. So exciting for me. All right, let's see. 2 in the U.S. So a letter in the United States is 44 cents. So I'm going to say 2 times 44.44 plus 3 are going to Europe. 3 times 0.94 equals. So 2 times 44 is going to be 88. Right, I go 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 4 is 8, 88. So I'm going to say it's 0.88 plus 3 times 94. Right? I can't do this one in easy. I could still do it right in line right here. This is what I do. I do 4 times 3 is 12. So I put my 2 in the ones place. I carry my 1 up. I'm going to put it over my 9 because that's the next number I'm going to have to multiply by my 3, right? I did my 4 times my 3. Now I need to do my 9 times my 3. Same thing as I do when I write it this way. I do one number at a time. So I'm going to say 9 times 3 is 27 plus 1 is 28. But I have to remember I have a decimal place. My products had 2 numbers behind the decimal place, right? The 3 isn't behind a decimal place, only the 9 and the 4. So 2 digits behind a decimal place. So my factors had 2 numbers behind the decimal place. My product has to as well have 2 numbers behind the decimal place. Now I'm going to add 88 plus 282 together. I'll do that one down here. 282 plus 88. I'm going to say 8 plus 2. Oh, sorry, I got to put my decimal places right. 2.82 plus 0.88. When I add, I just bring the decimal place nice and straight down right where it was. Add the numbers in the hundredths place. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry my 1. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. Carry my 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. $3.70. $3.70 is what we needed. I'll put right here, $3.70. So it was checked right on the first time. How many letters did she send to Europe? 3 letters went to Europe. Right, you guys probably don't even know what letters are anymore. We do email. It's like an old-fashioned way to send an email with a piece of paper, and you'd have to write it out, and then you put a stamp on it and put it in the envelope, put it in the mailbox. I'm just kidding. You guys still know this. But someday you'll have to explain to your kids what a mail is probably. All right, so I'll leave this. All right, so here is number 4. I'm going to switch on to for myself to a new piece of scrap paper. Well, it's not really. It's in my journal. So here's Alma. She counts 26 legs in a barnyard. Right? A barnyard is where I keep my animals. She has, with horses and chickens. If there are 8 animals, how many are horses? I love when they tell me how many I'm going to have altogether, that I just don't have to start counting. So here's number 4. I'm going to make my chart. Horses are H, chickens are C. There's for me to do my work, and I'm going to check it over here. So she has 8 animals altogether, 26 legs. So I'm going to just break it in half, right? I keep doing that. Just break it in half. 4 horses, 4 chickens, see what I get, and see if I have 26 legs. Right? I need 26 legs altogether over here. And I have 8 animals. So if she has 4 chickens and 4 horses and 4 chickens. So my work that I'm doing is how many legs? How many legs do they have altogether? Well, I know horses have 4 legs. So I'm going to say 4 times 4 will tell me how many horse legs there are in this barnyard. Plus my chickens, there's 4 chickens, they only have 2 legs though. 4 times 2 for my chickens. So I'm going to say 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8. Now I have to add 16 plus 8. And I'm going to get 24, but I needed 26 legs. I need more legs. I don't have enough legs. So I'm going to say too few, too little, right? It's not enough legs. I need more legs. So I need to get more horse, less chicken. So let's go up. We'll say 5 horses, right? I have 8 altogether. That's going to give me 3 chickens. 5 plus 3 is 8. Right, so let's say 5 horses at 4 legs each, plus 3 chickens at 2 legs each gives me 5 times 4 is 20 legs, plus 6 legs equals 26 legs. Is that right? Yes, check, right? right answer. Second try. All right, so my question though, right, I have to make sure what the question is because they'll trick you if you're doing a test. They'll put 3 on there and you'll be, oh yeah, 3 chickens. But the question wasn't how many chickens, it was how many horses, right? So just always make sure you double check what they're asking. 5 horses. Done. Sorry, my S is kind of cursive-y there. I should just be writing all in cursive for 5th grade though, but. All right, guys, back to work. So here we go. So we're on to our next one is a volleyball league organizer. All right, so I'm gonna go down, and I can just put my paper this way right now. All right, so we are on number 5. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see all of it. All right, so we're on number 5. Okay, sorry. Okay, so here are my problem number 5. So a volleyball league organizer collected $2,040 for both divisions of volleyball teams. So I know you guys have kind of played on teams, probably some of you guys, so right, they're different teams, they charge you money to go play on these private sport team ones. So the blue team, the blue division costs $160 per team, and the red division is $180 per team. So someone's collecting money for these teams, right? They're going to play against each other. I don't want just one red and one blue team. I need a lot of teams. Altogether, it's going to be $2,040. So I have to just kind of figure out. So I'm going to just make another chart. So I'm just going to make another chart right here. Welcome back, Bella Bella. We're just finishing up our homework here. So I have a blue team and a red team. Not team, division, right? There's a lot of teams on the blue division and a lot of teams on the red division. So that's what I want to figure out. How many teams are on the blue and the red division? They're only asked, oh, they are. This time I have to tell them how many are in the blue and how many are in the red. So I'm going to leave that big old place to do my work, and this is last place is where I'm going to check my answers over here. All right, so red, blue and red. So I'm going to write what I know over here. Blue is $160 per team. Red is $180 per team. All together, I need $2,040. So we're just going to try and figure out how much do I need to get for each of these teams. Well, how about if I try to give each team 1,000 for now, right? Because I could see right here, because we probably want our teams kind of equal. So I'm going to say, what if I did each team 1,000? To get 1,000 from 160, right? I'd have to, I'm going to just try and figure out, it'd be, if I did 10, that'd be 1,600, right? That's almost 2,000. So I'm going to go a little more than half. How about 5? We'll just start with half. We'll do half, right? We'll do 5. We'll have 5 blue, 5 red. I just like to do the same number each time just to try and make it easier. All right, so I'm going to say 5 times 160 for the blue plus 5 times 180 for the red. So I need to say total, what I'm figuring out here, the math I'm doing is total teams. Not total teams. I'm all total money spent. Right, I'm trying to figure out how much money they spent to make these teams. Right, they probably had to go buy volleyballs and nets and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. So they need to get money so that they can have the kids come play these teams on these volleyball teams. So 5 times 160. I'm going to do my math right here. 160 I put on the top times 5. 0 times 5 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30. I put my 0, I carry my 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. So I have 800. And now I'm going to have my 180 times 5. Okay, so 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 8 is 40. Put my 0, carry my 4. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. So I'm going to have 800 plus 900. Oh, I can tell that's already less than 2,000. So, how about we bump it up a little more? And I don't know if you guys could see this, but if I took my 160 and add it onto here, that shows me what I would have for 16s, right? I had 5 times 160, but I want to add one more 160, so I'm going to add it. And I'm going to say 0 plus 0 is 0, 6 plus 0 is 6, 1 plus 8 is 9. Oops, sorry, I forgot to do my math over here. 800 plus 900, sorry, I should finish what I'm doing, equals 1,700. It's not enough. Too few, right? It's too small, too little. So now I'm going to do 6, right? So 6 blue, 6 red. So my blue, I'm going to say 6 times 160. All right, so I just added, sorry, okay, so now I'm going to do 6 times 160 plus 6 times 180. So 6 times 160, I already did 5 times 160, so I'm going to add one more. That's going to give me 6 times 160 is going to be 960 plus, I did 5 times 180, and now I need 6 times 180. So I have 180 times 5. I'm just going to add 180 more onto here. Sorry, I think someone just comes in the waiting room and then blanks out again. So that's going to give me 180. 6 times 180. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. 9 plus 1 is 10. So now I'm going to have 960 plus 1,080. I'm still trying to get to 2,040. So I need to add these numbers together, right? I already wrote them right here, so I can just move this. I can move this one over here, but it's going to be easier for me to move this one here to add them together. So I don't have to just rewrite my numbers all over again. I know that looks messy, but right, that's what they want to see. They want to see your messy work that you did. They want to see your nice, neat answer, but your messy work. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 6 is 14. I put my 4, I carry my 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. I put my 0, I carry my 1. I have 2,040. That's what I was going for. Check. So, how many teams will play in each division? 6 in the blue and 6 in the red. Okay, so I'm going to say 6 teams on blue. There's my cursive. And 6 teams on red. My half cursive, half printing. And that is it for the homework for today.